정의하는 김정은 동지께서 울라디미르 비치 푸틴 동지와
Second, 2024.
Russia and North Korea's blossoming ties have created non-stop ripples in Western waters. With each passing day, the West has been trying to counter and call out Moscow-Pyongyang efforts against Ukraine. Jonah Leff, Director of Conflict Armament Research, CAR, presented groundbreaking evidence to the United Nations Security Council on Friday, linking North Korean manufactured weapons to recent missile strikes in Ukraine. This briefing, requested by France, Japan, South Korea, the United Kingdom, and the United States, was held under the agenda item Non-Proliferation/Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Since the current conflict commenced in February 2022, CAR has documented more than 270 advanced conventional weapons, namely uncrewed aerial vehicles, or UAVs, and missiles that have been used in attacks in Ukraine.
Leff's presentation shed light on a complex network of arms transfers, detailing how North Korean weaponry has been used in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. This is the first time such a direct connection has been publicly demonstrated between North Korean weapons and their deployment in a conflict zone outside North Korea.
In January 2024, a CAR field investigation team physically documented the remnants of a ballistic missile that struck Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city, on January 2nd, 2024. Mr. President, these are the remnants of the missile that we encountered.
Detailed examination of the missile's internal electronics uncovered serial numbers and dates confirming North Korean production, linking the weapon to either the KN-23 or KN-24 missile systems.
CAR documented the missile's rocket motor, its tail section, almost 300 internal components manufactured by 26 companies from 8 countries and territories. Based on several unique features observed during the documentation, CAR determined that this missile was either a KN-23 or KN-24 manufactured in the DPRK in 2023.
Izumi Nakamitsu, the UN High Representative for Disarmament Affairs, highlighted that the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, had observed ongoing operations at the Yongbyon Centrifuge Enrichment Facility and an expansion at the Kangsan Complex, further emphasizing the violations of international agreements.
The Council has recently been briefed on a number of occasions regarding the launches of ballistic missiles or satellites using ballistic missile technologies by the DPRK. In recent months, there have also been allegations of transfer of ballistic missiles and ammunition from the DPRK to the Russian Federation in violation of relevant Security Council resolutions, allegedly for use in the conflict in Ukraine, which is being waged in violation of the United Nations Charter and international law.
Leff's presentation centered on CAR's comprehensive documentation of weaponry used in Ukraine since 2018, culminating in a significant discovery in January 2024. CAR investigators analyzed missile remnants from a strike on Kharkiv, revealing distinct features that matched North Korean manufactured components from 2023.
The aforementioned evidence that my organization observed and thoroughly documented firsthand irrefutably establishes that the missile fired on Kharkiv was indeed of DPRK origin. On a subsequent visit in which I myself traveled with a team to Ukraine for further documentation, we observed additional conventional weapons manufactured by the DPRK that had been seized on the front lines and had not been observed on the battlefield previously in Ukraine.
The UN Security Council also addressed North Korea's missile technology developments during the session. Izumi Nakamitsu highlighted recent allegations of North Korean ballistic missile and ammunition transfers to Russia, which are in direct violation of relevant Security Council resolutions. She also discussed North Korea's recent launch of a missile equipped with multi-warhead technology, which, if confirmed, would represent the first public indication of the country's efforts to develop such advanced missile capabilities.
Any transfer of weapons and ammunition must be compliant with applicable international legal framework, including, of course, relevant Security Council resolutions and the sanctions regimes that they establish. As the Secretary General has stated, any relationship that any country has with the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, including the Russian Federation, must entirely abide by the relevant Security Council sanctions.
In response to the briefing, Russia's ambassador to the UN, Vasily Nebenzia, quickly dismissed the claims as unsubstantiated. Nebenzia contended that the report relied heavily on the opinions of Ukrainian experts and lacked concrete evidence confirming the authenticity of the missile fragments.
I now turn to the conjectures about Russia's use as part of the special military operation in Ukraine of North Korean missiles. This is completely false. The so-called inspections report of the sanctions experts about this is a classical made-to-order material which was comprised not by professionals, with numerous procedural errors and logical inconsistencies. And the wreckage from unidentified missiles were so kindly provided to the so-called experts, who included not a single professional ballistics professional by the Kyiv regime. They provided this. A confirmation of veracity of the wreckage in the report of these experts has not been provided.
It is crucial to approach such reports with caution, Nebenzia stated. The evidence presented is based on unverified Ukrainian sources and does not meet the standards required for international scrutiny.